Can you really build real income by flipping items on eBay, starting with just $200? At first glance, it sounds like a small, almost meaningless amount to start a business with. But flipping has always been one of the most accessible ways to turn a small budget into profit, by buying undervalued items and reselling them at a higher price. The real challenge isn't the money, it's knowing what to buy, where to find deals, how to price items correctly, and how to avoid mistakes that eat into your profits. Today we will talk about eBay Flipping Challenge. Start with $200. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. 10. The $200 eBay Flipping Challenge is a training ground, not a shortcut. Starting an eBay Flipping Challenge with $200 is often misunderstood as a quick path to easy profit. But in reality, it functions more like a training system than a money-making hack. The purpose is not to magically turn a small amount into thousands overnight, but to learn how real buying and selling works in a competitive marketplace. Most beginners assume flipping is just about finding cheap items and listing them higher. But the real game is far deeper. It involves understanding demand patterns, studying buyer behavior, managing cash flow, and making decisions with limited capital where every mistake matters. 9. Step 1. Turn $200 into smart, liquid inventory. The first stage of the challenge is deciding how to use your initial capital wisely. Many beginners make the mistake of spending their entire budget on one or two expensive items, hoping for large profits. However, this approach is risky because it limits your ability to test different categories. A smarter strategy is to diversify within small, fast-moving products. Items like used electronics accessories, branded clothing, books, small gadgets, and household tools often work well because they have consistent demand and are easy to ship. 8. Step 2. Product research is where real profit is decided. Before buying anything, research is the most important step in the entire process. Many beginners skip this step and lose money because they assume something will sell simply because it looks cheap or valuable. Product research means checking completed listings, analyzing selling prices, understanding how often items sell, and studying what condition buyers expect. eBay already provides data that shows what has sold in the past. And this information is far more valuable than guesswork. 7. Step 3. Buying smart is better than buying cheap. A common misconception is that flipping success comes from finding the cheapest possible items. In reality, the goal is not just cheap purchases, but profitable purchases. A slightly more expensive item that sells quickly and reliably is often better than a very cheap item that sits unsold for weeks. Beginners often waste time chasing extreme bargains instead of focusing on demand. Smart buyers think in terms of resale potential, not just purchase price. Every item you buy should already have a clear idea of how and when it will sell before you spend money. 6. Step 4. Listing quality directly impacts selling speed. Once you have inventory, the next stage is listing products effectively. On eBay, presentation plays a huge role in whether or not an item sells quickly. Clear, well-lit images from multiple angles build trust with buyers. Honest and detailed descriptions reduce returns and increase buyer confidence. Titles should be structured to match what buyers are searching for, not just casual descriptions. Even small improvements in listing quality can significantly increase visibility and conversion rates. Two identical products can perform very differently based solely on how they are presented. 5. Step 5. Cash flow management is more important than profit margins. In a $200 flipping challenge, cash flow is more important than high margins. A beginner might aim for large profits on a single item, but waiting too long for that sale can slow the entire process. Fast turnover allows you to reinvest money repeatedly, which creates compounding growth. Even small profits become powerful when recycled quickly. For example, Making $10 to $20 multiple times and reinvesting each time can grow your capital much faster than waiting weeks for a single large sale. Flipping success is built on repetition, not one-time wins. 4. Step 6. Learn buyer psychology to improve sales. Understanding how buyers think is one of the most underrated skills in flipping. Buyers on eBay are not just looking for the lowest price, they are looking for trust, convenience, and value. If a listing looks incomplete or unclear, buyers often skip it even if the price is good. On the other hand, a well-presented listing with clear photos, accurate descriptions, and fair pricing can outperform competitors. Many successful sellers learn to write listings that reduce hesitation and answer common buyer questions before they are even asked. This psychological advantage can dramatically improve sales performance. 3. Step 7. Reinvest every dollar to build momentum. Reinvestment is what turns a small flipping challenge into real progress. When you earn profit from a sale, the worst thing you can do is withdraw it too early. Instead, reinvesting allows you to increase your inventory size and improve your product selection over time. Each cycle becomes stronger than the previous one. For example, $200 might become $250, then $300, then $400 as profits are consistently reinvested. The key idea is momentum money must stay active in the system to grow. Every reinvestment increases your ability to take slightly bigger opportunities. 2. Step 8. Avoid emotional decisions and random buying. Emotional decision-making is one of the fastest ways to lose money in flipping. Beginners often get excited by items that seem like a great deal without checking if they actually sell. Others buy products they personally like, rather than products the market demands. This disconnect between personal preference and market demand leads to slow sales and stuck inventory. Successful flippers rely on data, not emotion. Every purchase should be backed by evidence that similar items are selling consistently. 1. Step 9. Turn the challenge into a repeatable business model. The real value of the $200 eBay flipping challenge is not the profit itself, but the ability to turn it into a repeatable system. Once you understand how to find products, list them effectively, manage cash flow, and reinvest profits, you are no longer just flipping, you are building a small business model. Over time, these small cycles of buying and selling create experience, confidence, and financial growth. Even if early profits are small, the skills you develop become more valuable than the money itself. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.